You're listening to Curdle Holler, Season 2, Episode 5, Memento Mori.
All right, investigation team. Before we begin, I'd just like to say that I know that the boutique is not an ideal place for a meeting.
For example, the marker board is being held in place by an imp. Say hi, Quintus.
Easel duty really suits me. I can take a load off and just sit and be pretty.
Yes, and none of you have chairs as such. I apologize for making you sit on whatever weird things you're sitting on.
I don't even know where we obtained this oversized exercise ball.
Do you want to trade me for this rocking horse, Roddy?
But in spite of all of these minor obstacles, we are here to discuss the murder of Summoning Simon and to figure out where we went wrong with our investigation. We're going to concentrate on this all night if we have to.
Hey, where'd y'all put them rat tail sachets?
Aisle 3.
Anyway, yes, the investigation. Before we dive into that, would anyone like to say a few words to honor the memory of noted magic crank Summoning Simon? Oh, yes, Quintus.
I would like to say that Summoning Simon was a rat-faced fink. He was rude to me every time he summoned me, and frankly, good riddance to bad rubbish. Am I right, folks?
Plus, he smelled.
He did smell. He smelled like a potpourri of patchouli and hard-boiled eggs.
Okay, this is not going great.
Bonita, I think what our friend would like to say about Summoning Simon is that he challenged them to be better friends and neighbors.
Good save, Roddy. Actually, maybe I should add that to his character profile, because we're going to have to fixate on every detail to solve this murder.
Delivery for Bon Jovi Von Winger?
I hope it's chairs.
Okay, that's Bonita von Wangencamp. Thank you. Who's it from?
Mexico.
Oh, Nita, that's the gross of plastic dragon dew I ordered for the boutique. This is the best part, the digging. It's like a litter box for people and monsters.
Hey, let me see what you got.
Oh,
I can't wait.
Just like working at Tiffany's.
You want to borrow my X-Acto knife?
You're in Curdle Holler.
Curdle holler, curdle holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle holler, curdle holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler. Yeah.
Curdle holler, curdle holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle holler, curdle holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Welcome to Bootiful, spooky cool, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler. Baby, Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Curdle Holler, Curdle Holler.
Welcome to your afterlife.
Okay, somebody gonna have to ring me up, 'cause I'm fixing to buy a whole mess of this dragon dew.
Gobliner, I shall execute your transaction. Bonita, you and Mr. Clearly need to concentrate on your work. Please allow me to handle the customers for now.
Thanks, Rochester.
Okay, Minerva is all set up in the parking lot.
Chip, are you making Minerva sell used cars?
No, Nita, she's souping them up and maybe cannibalizing them for parts. I wasn't exactly clear. Whatever she's doing, it requires a lot of wrenches.
All right, fair enough. Now, are we settled? Can we recap the clues?
Recap away.
Speaking of recapping, I recapped the markers for use when you all left to unbox that dragon dew.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Quintus.
Quintus.
Okay, first thing, footprints. There were footprints discovered by the collector's remains, but there were no footprints near Don Von Snap or Summoning Simon, and no footprints that we could find when we were ambushed.
Although it's entirely possible the footprints discovered near the collector could have been made by Sheriff Pastor Munch when he was combing the place for clues with his giant magnifying glass.
A possibility we cannot ignore. Second, when we were attacked by the killer on the outskirts of town, you said he or she was wearing a robe of fine woven material. Which was notable because everyone in this town is a terrible dresser.
And remember, the killer dropped that little silver stick, bigger than a matchstick, smaller than a carrot. Unless you're talking about matchstick carrots, which are weird.
Agreed, those are weird. They're a weird size.
You're supposed to put them on salads. And you would know that if either of you ever ate a good salad.
Thank you, Quintus.
Also, we don't know how much cacophony a person can stand without fainting or being blown to bits. We can't exactly test it.
Right, and there's other stuff we don't really know about the cacophony. Henry Vex told us it was supposed to be a vocal imitator, but the prototype malfunctioned. So, the cacophony probably sucks people's essence somehow when it plays. The wielder of the cacophony is getting something out of these victims.
Yes, they're probably not killing for fun, or for revenge, or other reasons. Why do people kill, Bonita?
I don't know, Chip. Maybe they just snap after a dopey round pumpkin in overalls won't stop rifling through all the drawers and driving them crazy.
Don't mind me.
What do you need, Pumpkin?
I'm looking for my Zoltan.
Oh my god, seriously.
Well, think. Where's the last place you remember having it?
I was playing with it at that funeral.
Very respectful, Pumpkin. Okay, is everybody buckled in?
You buckled me too tight.
Well, Pumpkin, that's just what you get for setting the radio to scan and leaving it.
I like to play name that tune.
I'm buckled in. Not that it matters. You drive like a grandma.
Driver announcement. If anyone has any opinions on my driving, they are welcome to drive themselves.
Well, I can't, Nita. You know I'm still having dizzy spells.
Now who sounds like a grandma?
Y'all quit that fighting and get me to that church so I can look for my Zoltan.
Okay, Pumpkin, but for the record, we're mostly going to look for more clues about Don Von Snap's murder. And we gotta be snappy about this, because then I've gotta get back home and get dressed for the Real Housewives of Curdle Holler reunion show.
Are you still acting like that's a thing? Nita, they've got a whole season to recap. They're not gonna waste any time on you.
Excuse you, Chip. The Mistress of Mystery channel is really taking off, and I am a pretty important figure in the scary sexy lady community. Go for Bonita.
Is this Bernie Von Winklepants?
Yes it is.
Charlie Ratbone here. I'm the producer for tonight's Real Housewives of Curdle Holler reunion special.
Yes, Mr. Ratbone, I know who you are. So what time should I be at the show tonight? Remember, I do want to walk the red carpet, and no, I will not have a date with me. Or a manager, or agent, or assistant.
Yeah, about that. Okay, this is not your fault. You're beautiful, Bernie. You're a class act, but you should go ahead and consider your part pre-cut.
Pre-cut, meaning...
Meaning show up if you want, but you're gonna wind up on the cutting room floor either way. We have 4 separate fights to pre-stage, and Fibula is demanding screen time for all her new security guards because they're all aspiring reality stars. Plus, she's insisting on debuting her new single and has promised us that she has really, truly, for real learned how to sing.
Well, that'll be the day.
That's what I said, Bernie. I said it just wasn't fair to you. But sometimes a producer has to make unpopular decisions. Like that time I had those sandwiches catered in. They dropped oil and vinegar all over the PAs and ruined everybody's clothes. Same thing.
Sure. Well, thanks for letting me know. I still might go, if that's okay.
Sure, whatever. We'll cram you into a corner somewhere. Hey, be careful with that rigging.
Well, that was rude.
Yes, it was, Pumpkin. Thank you.
It's okay, Nita. You don't need all those scummy showbiz types to have a glamorous and cool life. Remember, you're still a detective, going to a church, and a ramshackle car that has buckle vines growing in it instead of seatbelts.
And you got me, famous pumpkin, riding shotgun.
Yeah, and you're hanging with a devil-may-care Chip Clearly, who is sitting on a medical pillow because he bruised his hiney while struggling to protect a case of sausages.
Thanks, guys. You really know how to cheer a gal up.
Oh, Minerva, thank goodness you're here. You're the cavalry and a Superman all in one package. And I love those coveralls. Very sassy.
Thanks. And no problem, Miss Weaver. Roddy said you wanted some more channels on your television set. I can do that for you in 2 shakes of an imp's tail. Where's your TV?
It's in here, mind the cobwebs.
It sure is dutied up in here. Are you getting ready for a party or something?
Well, some of my friends are coming over to watch the Real Housewives reunion special. We're gonna have champagne and little berry cakes. Just have such an elegant evening. You should come too, Minerva. Have some gal time.
Thanks for the invite, but I've got about 6 different insane experiments going on that I need to keep an eye on.
All right. Just remember you have an open invitation to come get a Mandy Petty with yours truly. A word of warning, though. If you go with me, it takes a long time. I got 8 legs. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Is this the set? What channels you want? 3 turns of this wrench and I can give you everything on all the planes. Spectral Vision, Bulu, HBOO.
I just need a Bisflix, Minerva. That's the channel the reunion special is on. And just so you know, I fully intend to have the man come out for real and pay for the channel. I'm not a crook. He said he had such a backlog of customers, he just couldn't get to me today.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, they ought to pay you to watch their crap. You know they sell your eyeballs to their advertisers.
Gruesome.
All right, Miss Weaver, you're all set up. See, here's the load screen.
Abyssflix, the network that gazes back at you.
Oh, look, they're doing a clip show.
Fibula sabotaged my sexy photo shoot, and I'm gonna get her back.
All right, Miss Weaver, I'm gonna head. I gotta get home and put some finishing touches on a couple of projects.
Thank you so much, Minerva. Please take a gift bag. I laboriously assembled these extravagant gift bags for my very exclusive party guests.
Wow, that perfume can really knock the stink off a stink bug.
And these are crystal-studded gloves like Botchlipula wears, and some of that hand cream that Fibula shields on Instagram, along with some little gummy bats that are good for your hair. Even though you don't have hair, Minerva.
It's all right. Biotin is good for my cranial connective tissues.
Well, thank you again, Minerva. And give my best to Mr. Rochester. Oh, who is that walking up to my porch? Well, if it isn't my pals Enchan Man and Gary Gristle and Count Fangula, well, what are you boys doing here?
You have been bragging all over town about hosting a party, and we are here to enjoy the Real Housewives reunion special. Ironically, of course. I brought a terrible tasting IPA to share.
And I brought some bean dip. I've been storing it underground in the sewers.
Well, I suppose it can still be an intimate and elegant gathering, even if there's a talking manhole cover here, and he brought bean dip for some reason. Give me a break. Come on, Enchan Man. Let's go find a crystal dish and heat up your bean dip. What do you have there, Gary Gristle?
Gary has special dietary needs. Gary bring his own rat to eat.
You're killing me, Gary.
Well, it's not the baptismal pool, and that's the last place I can think of to look for your suntan, Brother Pumpkin.
Pastor Munch, did you just ruin your suit? I feel really bad we made you get in there.
No worries, Bonita. I always keep my swim trunks in my tote bag.
Me too. You never know when you might need to bust some tubular moves on a slip and slide.
And besides, I was just gonna change clothes anyway. There's a big fancy party at Miss Weaver's house, and I think I'm expected to make a grand appearance.
I'm sure you will.
Y'all about done going swimming? I still gotta find that Zoltan.
Pumpkin, I hate to say it, but I think Zoltan is in another castle.
I'm all outside to look for it.
Retrace your steps, Pumpkin. Where did you go with it?
I've been everywhere.
Really narrows it down there, Pumpkin.
I've been all over town. I'm gonna go walk around town till I find it.
Bye, Pumpkin.
Wait, Pumpkin, don't you want your backpack?
Hang on to it for me.
Whoa, Pastor Munch. Nice duds.
Well, thank you, Chip. I'm glad Pumpkin left you his backpack, because as it turns out, I got some stuff for you to put in it.
What stuff?
Come with me to my office.
So let me get this straight. Thing number 1 is that the Fez have returned the evidence that we gave them. Because they were done with it? Or because they didn't want to use it?
Well, they wouldn't tell me, Bonita. I assume they have their eyes in all the right places. But they did say y'all did a very good job, and they gave me these to give to you.
Junior Elsewhere Council Good Job Award Badge.
It's pretty weird that the badges say badge on them, right?
I'm gonna put mine on now. This is really gonna bring out the gold in my monogram embroidery.
Oh look, mine doubles as a frisbee.
Gracious, Bonita. You've got a meaty throwing arm on you.
Okay, so you're giving us back all the evidence we gave them, including the little silver stick that was literally dropped by the killer, although somehow that's not the kind of thing the Fez had in mind when they asked for evidence. It's ours now, whatever.
Well, maybe you could put it on your vanity, or in a dollhouse.
Yeah, sure, that's the plan. So the second thing, you want us to take and do something with all the various items left over from the collector's funeral.
Yes, the two of you have broad social connections and a strong sense of responsibility. I know you will distribute his personal effects with loving dignity.
Nita, I call dibs on any pieces of 8 or doubloons.
And I shall take any exquisite brooches.
Well, I don't know if there's anything like that in here, but you can have this seashell with googly eyes.
Dibs.
Okay, so we have the funeral guest book, which I guess we should keep, right? We could maybe study it for clues. But the rest of the stuff is...
I don't want to call it garbage. What's a step up from garbage? Recycling? That's like fancy garbage.
Upcycled whatnots?
Pastor Munch, we will take this guest book and these trinkets and whatnots and our evidence, and we will put them in our backpack here and go on our merry way. You can count on us.
Wow, that backpack really holds a lot. Ah, there's nothing like the cozy fluorescent hum of the convenience store. I've got some gummy worms and a 32-ounce diet swamp dew. Chip, have you picked your snacks yet?
No, I'm still looking. You know how picky I get about snacks when I'm emotionally depleted.
Oh, do you mean because we've just spent 2 hours trying to give away a double dead man's trinkets to his friends and loved ones, but then realized that he didn't really have any?
No, because you drive like a 100-year-old tortoise. It's torture for a debonair speed demon like Chip, clearly.
Fine, Chip. Then you can drive from now on, and if you get dizzy behind the wheel, I guess I'll just slap you until you snap out of it.
It's a deal. Whoop, I'm getting a call. Oh, uh-oh. Hello, Mr. Batsinger.
Well, hello there, son. And Miss Von Wangencamp.
Hi, still hate you.
Darling, don't make the mistake of letting the enemies know what you think of them. That gives them power. Keep them close enough to give them itch bugs.
Thanks for admitting that you are my enemy. That's very validating.
Bonita, darling, you might think I'm your enemy, but I think you're a smart lady, and pretty to boot. If I'm gonna have enemies, I prefer them to be ugly old men.
I know what you're doing. You're acting like I'm not worthy of being your enemy to undermine my self-confidence. Don't think I don't know that trick. I use it on Chip all the time when we play board games.
Nita, I'm shocked. Is that why you said all my Monopoly hotels were poorly built?
My daddy always said you best use your head for thinking, not for cracking walnuts. Think now. You know I was genuine when I pointed you in the direction of Henry Vex.
True. Henry Vex was helpful to us, but you don't get to take credit for what he did.
And I ain't trying to. I want to offer my help again.
Oh, here's something I need your help with. A snack decision. Do you think I should get corn daggers in this chocolate frog? Or spicy spikes in a coconut nest? Before you answer, the frog does have raspberry filling. That might affect your decision.
Good Lord, son. Just hearing all that made my pancreas curl up into a ball and start crying for its mama.
I hear you. I should probably get all of them so I have choices.
I do not care for this medium, to tell you the truth. Now, if you are done derailing my heartfelt plea for reconcilifying, I'd like to continue. I'm offering my assistance to your new caretaker, an olive branch, as it were. I know I can't do much trapped in the ether, but I do know my way around here.
You know your way around there? So what? You're saying the ether web is like a place you can walk around?
In a way, sometimes, if need be. It's not quite that simple. Sometimes you can go real tiny and think yourself somewhere.
and sometimes you can blow up big. I can find my way to any port in town. I know old Albert's been trying to get things patched up in here. I just want y'all to tell him that I want to help when the time comes. That is all.
If he hadn't hung up on us, I would have been like, tell him yourself, you stupid one-star app, phone ghost. Ugh. Can we check out now?
Well, I was hoping we could catch Minerva. She must be busy.
Hey, Undead Zed. Do you know where Minerva is?
Brains. Guess that's a no. How much we owe you, pal? Brains.
Keep the change.
Brains. Oh, good grief. Who else has left? The pastor?
Oh dear, I must be confused. I thought this was the night of your elegant soiree. Now I look overdressed in this tight, sparkly party shirt.
Oh, that's right. I was bragging at church. You dressed appropriately, Pastor Munch. This is still an elegant affair. It's just more people wanted elegance than I expected. Come on in. You can take 2 candies from the bowl.
What? 2? Oops, I didn't mean to pick up 3.
I'll just keep it. Girls, say hi to Pastor Munch. Tarantula, Pastor Munch is here.
Hi, Pastor Munch. I didn't know you liked the Housewives. I don't know what that is.
It's a show about ladies who need lots of prayers.
I see.
I'll tell you if you need to leave the room.
Oh, hush, Bernice.
In only a few hours, the real housewives of Curdle Holler will reunite for a final reckoning. Can they bury the past, or will it reach up like a restless cadaver who forgot to hide something embarrassing? We'll talk to Botch Lipula,
It's agony to look this beautiful.
Fibula Von Snap,
I don't know how to be poor.
and Craven Deprave. I got rich the old-fashioned way, by robbing every grave I see.
You're such a craven depraved, Bernice.
If I'm Craven, then you're Botch Lipula.
Thank you, I am a good mother. Tarantula, you're fibula because you wore that 2-piece at the water spout.
Good one, Miss Weaver. And I'm the man talking.
Okay, Pastor, we're trying to watch.
The drama started last season when Craven used a medium to contact all her friends' ex-husbands.
Weaver, your commode is acting up.
That's not the commode, that's nonsense from the other room. What's going on in there? Who's thumping and tooting at my high society party?
Ms. Weaver, I take no pleasure in telling you that someone has summoned a party monster.
What's he doing?
That's called a keg stand, and his form is impeccable.
Well, I want him to impeck a bag and get out of my house.
Don't worry, he's cool. I thought he could liven up this grandma party.
How dare you invite this big orange joker into my cozy yet lavish home, young man? Tell him to leave right now.
Sorry, lady. He can't leave until the party's over.
And it's just getting started.
Who wants to wrestle? Yeah!
Wow, Albert, that's some math problem you've got there.
Thank you, Bonita.
What is it?
It's a polynomial equation that I am attempting to solve with an exotic monoid structure. It's just a hunch at the moment, but it's a big deal if I'm correct.
Albert, I'm a little worried. If you solve this problem, we don't cease to exist, right?
I don't think so, Chip. I checked my work a couple of times.
That's good.
We don't mean to interrupt, Albert. We were just thinking about you and wanted to drop off a little gift we brought from the boutique.
I'm sorry. I got carried away with my math problem and forgot that friends come first in the order of operations. I didn't even ask about your injury, Chip.
It was touch and go there for a moment, but in my dream I saw a vast rising sun, and I was swept back to consciousness by a powerful river. I can still feel the moisture on my face.
Yeah, we wondered if you'd remember Pumpkin's boo-boo kisses.
Bonita, I hear you're a karate master these days.
I mean, that's what people are saying. I don't correct them.
Oh gosh, it's stationary.
You deserve it, Albert.
We know how much you like paper.
I am touched by your thoughtful gesture, but what's the occasion for this very personal and extravagant gift?
It's an apology, Albert. We feel terrible because we forgot to vote for your security levy. We were gonna do it, but then Chip's car broke down, because of course it did, and we had to sell octopus makeup to fix it, and by the time I defended Chip's honor with sausage links, it was too late, and we let you down, and the whole town, too.
It makes us want to puke, Albert. We want you to tell us we're puke and then forgive us. And then say something nice about us.
Don't worry, my friends. I understand these are strange and difficult times.
Thanks, buddy.
That's a huge relief, Albert. But what about the network? Without the levy, are we in danger? Like, should we get used to Batsinger pop-up ads that you can never close? And when you try to close them, they say things like, "Congratulations, darling, you won a cruise on a ghost ship, the Romance."
That was a fear of mine, Bonita. But I'm pleased to report that failure has brought new clarity in the way that limitation often breeds creativity. To be specific, I am pursuing alternative methods to secure our network without the need for public funding.
Does your plan have anything to do with all that homework on the chalkboard?
Yes, it does, Chip. You can find the most amazing things when you look under the surface.
You're killing us with the suspense, Albert. What are you planning?
As a BooTube creator, you understand that the creative process can be delicate. I'm not a superstitious man, but as my plan is still in flux, I hesitate to share too many details and jinx it, as they say. That said, if I'm correct, you'll be among the first to know, because I may need your help for something important.
You've got it.
Turn your phone off, Chip. That is so rude.
It's Miss Weaver. There's a lot going on here, but I think she wants us to drop by the viewing party. How did she get my number?
I gave it to her. I thought you two would really hit it off.
She says it's an emergency.
I won't keep you, but I hope I can count on both of you for a vital undertaking in the near future.
Absolutely.
Should we reconvene at an appointed time?
Sure, Albert. When's good for you?
Let's vote on it.
Chip!
The late ladies of leisure have arrived on coffin-shaped palanquins, and they're already fighting.
Girls, Chip clearly is here. He came right away when I called. I told you he would because he cares about me and checks on me every day. Bonita's here too. We're like sisters, but we don't hug. Yeah, we got your message, Ms. Weaver. What's the emergency? Oh, it's just horrible. Someone summoned a party monster in the middle of my fancy get-together. He's been passing gas and stacking things, and I just want him to leave.
That's a tough one, Ms. Weaver. But we actually promised Pastor Munch that we'd deliver some of the collector's items to people in town.
Well, that's
so we gotta,
thoughtful. I know someone who would love all this crazy old junk. I tell you what, I'll give you his name if you get rid of the party monster. Will that work? Will you do that for me?
Chip, Party Monster feels like your domain.
There's only one way to deal with a party monster. Issue a challenge it cannot refuse. Oh my, that sounds exciting and dangerous, and I can't wait to see it. He's right in here, I'll show you. He really is awful, you'll see. Ooh, my little candies, aren't they cute? You have to say if you think they're cute, Nita.
Yeah, they're cute.
Okay, there he is, the big orange fella, making muscles with all his friends. So do I just call him out or what?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Party monster! I challenge you to beer pong!
Me and you are the same.
He is really good at this. He made every shot last round, and I'm not sure, but I think beer makes him stronger.
Actually, this is fake beer. Ms. Weaver doesn't want people to gossip.
Wow, so there's no excuse for how much we suck at this.
You're right, Nita. We're never gonna outshoot this guy, which means our only hope is the Death Cup.
Yeah, okay, Chip. What's the Death Cup?
The Death Cup is a Hail Mary last chance grab at victory. If I make this next shot, the party monster will pick up a cup, and you have to land your ball in that cup while he's holding it. It almost never works, and failure brings a lifetime of shame.
Great, and what if it does work?
We win the whole thing, and the monster has to go home.
I'm trying to remind myself how stupid this is, but I also feel a lot of pressure for some reason.
Nita, do you remember that live segment you did on Senior Citizen Basketball? The one where you hit the old man in the head?
No.
This is your chance at redemption. You're back on that court, and the old man isn't crying yet.
Okay, Tip Clearly, it's hero time!
Okay, monster, get ready to drink. Fire in the hole! There he goes, Nita. He's got the cup.
Bonita with the threes. Take a hike, party boy.
Bonita, you're so bad. I love it.
Chip, I cannot walk that fast in these heels.
We'll take them off and use the frightening talons that God gave you.
Excuse you, and no, these cobblestones are disgusting.
It's still 9 blocks until we get to the address Ms. Weaver gave us.
Why can't this guy live in a normal haunted house with a proper driveway?
He lives in the Rattling Chain Factory because he's an alchemist. I forgot his name, but I'm gonna call him Al. I think he'd like that.
Well, I hope Al likes mystical objects that probably shouldn't be jostling around in a child's backpack.
What about a pair of overalls that look like pumpkin?
What? What am I even looking at? Are those pumpkins overalls?
I see melted chocolate in the pocket, so I'm gonna say yes.
But just why?
He could have turned invisible.
That's one guess.
Pumpkin, is that you? We talked it over and decided you're the boss of us. No response. I don't think it's him.
Well, it feels weird just to leave his clothes in the road. Pick him up and put him in that backpack.
No way. You pick him up.
Chip, pick up the clothes.
No, you pick him up.
You pick him up.
I'd love to pick through all the garbage you have.
Well, you know, Al, one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Don't I know it? I'm gonna take all your magic items and melt them into a philosopher's stone, granting me with eternal life.
Okay, but we're dead, so...
All my work. Oh well, I still want to see his stuff.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oop, looks like some of our evidence got mixed in with the collector's personal items.
Wait, what? Why didn't you separate them, Chip?
Give me some credit. I put the collector's stuff on the right side and the evidence on the left side. Somehow they got moved around.
Where's my detective hat?
Open your satchel, young man. Let's see those collectibles.
Oh yeah, there's still some good stuff in here. I see a monkey's paw with 2 wishes left.
I could use those.
Some limited run potion caps, base bat cards, some magic stamps that are supposed to last forever.
Wait, what's that?
My understanding is you buy these stamps at one price and they're always good.
No, that shimmering stick. With 1, 2, 3 points of articulation.
Oh, that's not a collectible. That's valuable evidence that we should really be more careful with.
That is the leg of Zoltan.
Zoltan?
Pumpkin's dumb little wizard toy?
The killer dropped this when you sausaged him near the bridge.
Which means the killer has Zoltan. Chip, maybe that's why there were no footprints around the bodies after the funeral. The killer must have stolen this thing from Pumpkin so they could zoop around town without leaving any clues.
Some say a piece of Zoltan's power can be found in every appendage.
I think you're right, Nita. And now I'm worried about our little buddy. He was looking for Zoltan, which the killer has.
Still others say the most power resides in his kneecap.
Okay, well, let's just put that back in the satchel, shall we? We've got a lot to think about here.
Oh, let me have it.
Hey!
Careful, Al! That's his... Me! Crap. I think we got Zoop someplace... different.
Mounted crocodile, pyramid lampshade, his and her sarcophagi. There's definitely a theme going on.
Oh, I know where this is. We're in the Pharaoh Suite, at the Von Snap Pyramid.
And you know this
I
because...
saw it on Death Styles of the Rich and Famous. It was the one where Fibula came out of the bathroom wearing a death mask because she didn't know they were filming that day. Hilarity ensued.
Anyway, don't you think it's weird that Zoltan's legs sent us here of all places? I mean, what's the connection to Don and Fibula Von Snap?
Are you saying we have no choice but to investigate everything in this room? Is that what you're saying, Nita?
I think I am.
This pottery is a bit risque.
Cracked bone foam, pills to sleep like the dead. Here's some old Fibula records I never even heard of.
Maybe I'll just turn these around.
Come look at this picture, Chip. This is so weird.
Fishing on the River Styx, Alt 03. Is that Fibula wearing glasses?
She looks so young. She must have just died.
Happy 3500th birthday, Don. You're on top of hill.
I think she meant over the hill.
Probably. Did you see these magazine covers? Looks like Don used to be a pretty big deal around here, and his bandage work is incredible. Reminds me of a current me.
Uh-huh.
Nita, why don't we ever frame the amazing things I do?
Local man opens car lot to drive business away from Boutique.
Hey, I didn't hear that, but listen to this. In the fall of Alt 4, Donald Von Snap extended Halloween by 2 days using the power of his mind.
Oh, let me see. Move your finger.
It's right here. Look where I'm pointing.
I know. Move your finger so I can read it. Oh my God.
It's okay. It was like that before.
No, Chip, look at the wall. Don't those hieroglyphics look familiar?
Yeah, they do. They make me hungry for some reason.
That's it. We saw these at the funeral when Don signed the guest book. It's the same pattern and everything.
No offense to Don's mother, but that name really was too long.
Chip, it's a code. And look, some of the symbols are glowing.
I think we should touch them. And even if you say no, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it. A few more. Okay, one more symbol. But before you press it, we should really consider... You just can't help yourself, can you?
This is gonna be amazing, which means you'll have to frame it.
Oh, we hate you have to go. It's time